Okay, this is my first YouTube video. It's just to document my ecom journey to make some money to escape the matrix. I got my brand new Blackpink Murakami sweater, so that's pretty cool. Um, so pretty much for the first video, it's gonna be completely unedited. I'm just gonna do it in one take. This is just to document my personal business journey, I guess. Um, And for this video, I'm going to talk about how I source my product, or how I found my product. I'm not going to share what exact product I have. It's just going to be talking about the process of how I found it, um, what the margins are, how I plan on, marketing it, and some troubles and issues that I may come across. So, first thing first, how you find a product or how I went about and found my product. So, personally, I think that, drop shipping is something that's very saturated, right? So a lot of people have drop shipping stores. And also for drop shipping, just from a customer experience, it's not a very good experience because usually the shipping times are really, really long. And also when you get the product, the packaging is not done up. It's not branded, right? The product is not branded, the packaging is not branded, and also the shipping time just takes really long. So as a consumer, it's not a very good shopping experience. And the second big thing is that when you do have a drop shipped product, um, what was I going to say? Oh, right. So the second thing is when you do have a drop ship product, you can't build a brand around that product, right? So everything that you're drop shipping is just, product that whatever is being sold on like AliExpress. So personally for myself, I am building a branded product, so I do have to invest some money into the product to get stock and everything, to custom label the product, custom label the packaging. And although there is a bigger risk, because you do have to put investment into it, I think it's a risk that's kind of worth it, right? Because if you think about it, for any business out there, you have to invest money to get a return, right? In order to have a return, you need to have risk, right? So that's why I think, investing a bit of money into it, even if the product fails and your business fails, it's a lot cheaper than going through a traditional brick and mortar style of business where you have to actually invest in a lease and everything, which is a lot more money, right? So, how I went about finding my product is you find a kind of like a hobby that you have. And then within that hobby, because you're always doing that hobby, you kind of get an expertise of what the problems are in that specific hobby or niche, right? So, for example, if you're a rock climber, for example, right? And if you find that, the chalk that you use, it might not be like up to par, right? It doesn't really give you that grip. Or if you those chalk bags that they use, um, if you find that, they don't work really well, or like they're all like really boring designs, you can't find one that you really like. And if you find that other people have the same issue, then you can go ahead and create a product to solve that problem, right? Because at the end of the day, what a business is, it's there to solve a problem that somebody has, and people will pay you money to solve a specific problem, right? That's kind of like the whole point of a business. So for my product, I found a hobby that I was really interested in. It's something that I'm actively doing. And I found that, something that you need to buy in order to do the hobby, that product that you have to buy to do the hobby, it's all really boring, right? And there's not really, cool designs or cool styles. And um, I just, I tried searching for it, and everything was just super boring, right? So it was something there that was missing. So that's kind of how I went about and actually found the product that I'm going to sell. I'm not specifically going to say what it is, But that's just kind of how I went and found it, right? But pretty much the gist of it is you find something that you have a lot of experience in a specific niche, and you see what kind of issues are there. What's a problem that you can solve with your product, right? So that's kind of how you kind of go about and, find something, right? I can't specifically tell you what it is, but um, it's just something you kind of have to just pay attention to over time, and it'll just automatically come up, right? And pretty much how I sourced it is I just went onto Alibaba and I found a bunch of different suppliers, not necessarily suppliers, but manufacturers. So you want to go direct to the factory that's actually making it. Um, and you just contact them, right? So for my product, pretty much how the margin works is there's an MOQ, which is a minimum order quantity of about 300. The lower the MOQ, the more expensive it is, and the higher the MOQ, the cheaper it's going to be per unit, right? So pretty much for the cost of goods sold, including packaging, the shipping that it costs to get it delivered to me, as well as for the product for each unit price, it should be around $8.50. And what I plan on selling it for is for about 25 bucks. So that's about what, 15, 16, 16.50 in margins, or sorry, in profit. And then for the 1650 that I get from selling one piece, I can use that to reinvest into my business to buy more product or to use it on like software or marketing and stuff like that. So how I plan on marketing is personally for myself, I'm gonna start with influencer marketing, just because I find that, or through research as well, is that for products that are very niche, what you can do is if you're using Facebook ads or like Google ads, it's very hard to target the specific audience if your product is very niche. But if you can get, somebody that is like an influencer within that specific niche, and they, do post on their story or make a post or whatever, it makes it a lot. It targets the right audience, right? So if there is a specific influencer in that niche, then the people who are following that influencer must also be interested in that niche, or else they wouldn't be following them, right? So that's how I plan on doing the marketing. I'm also going to try with some like ads as well, like paid ads through Facebook and TikTok and stuff like that. I understand that TikTok ads have been doing really well, or just TikTok in general for selling products. So I'm definitely going to look into that and kind of do organic marketing as well. um, just make some posts, whatever is viral, just, follow the trend and, kind of go about that. Um, some issues and current troubles that I have is, well, number one is that obviously the biggest concern is that the product won't sell, right? But personally, for myself, I feel like the product is good enough where people will actually buy it, just because there is that kind of there's a gap within the market that can be filled, right? So I guess a more specific way of expressing that concern would be um, uh, if I'm whether or not I'm able to kind of reach the right audience and kind of uh, market the product properly, right? So through my research and everything and people that I've talked to, the biggest thing um, in regards to marketing and whatnot is to actually, have reviews. So you should, what I plan on doing is actually sending my product to people within the niche and actually having them review it, right? Even if they don't have, really big audiences, if they can just, film a video review and I can add that video review onto the website, that will build a lot of customer trust. Because nowadays, before you buy something, obviously you go onto Amazon, and you look at the reviews first before you buy anything, right? So I understand that, you know, uh, reviews are very, very important. And the second thing is that, for your website, you should also have really good product shots, of your product, because that's kind of what builds trust, right? Because if you just have, random pictures, that you get from the internet, first of all, those pictures, might be copyrighted. So you obviously get striked for those pictures. But the second thing is that if you're just using random stock photos, that you pull off of Alibaba or AliExpress, those pictures don't look, personable, right? It doesn't look like, you took it themselves. It looks like something very generic, right? And you want to kind of build like a personality behind your brand. So, I find that, companies that do really well, such as Davies, Udi brand, or um, can't really think of anyone else off the top of my head, but pretty much, Davey is kind of like the personality behind the brand, right? And you don't want to have your brand seem as just like, like a corporate storefront, right? You want to kind of be, personable, and you want to be able to, connect with your customers. And that's what kind of builds you a loyal following and, repeat customers and people that will keep coming back, right? Yeah, so that's about it for the end of the, video here. I'll try to post more videos, in the future. Um, and Yeah, see you next time.